piped under 75, 85 at the split that goes to Macon and the airport. And from that point, it's on the southeast side of Atlanta. And it's actually daylighted. That means it's above ground. All the way to Jackson Lake, which is 60 miles southeast. So it actually flows to the Altamaha, and actually discharges finally into the Atlantic as opposed to the Gulf of Mexico like the Chattahoochee does. I've been working on the river for about 10 years now as president of the South River Watershed Alliance. And we engage in a number of activities simply to raise awareness and support for the river. It has been very impacted by pollution. It was for a really long time, since about 1961. But a number of things have happened in terms of enforcement of the Clean Water Act against the city of Atlanta and now DeKalb County. So water quality in the river has greatly improved in the last 15 years or so. But to raise awareness, we do canoeing and kayaking. I mean, it is completely navigable from Panola Shoals in DeKalb County all the way to Jackson Lake, which is a distance of about 40 miles. So you can have a great time. Some pretty good obstacles because there are a lot of shoals. And to be an urban river and so impacted, it's really something to see. Everybody who goes with us on our canoes and kayaks, paddles, are really surprised at just how great it looks. Yeah, it's impacted. It's an urban river. There's trash, there's tires, but it is really something to see. So I encourage you to look us up on the internet. Our website is southriverga.org, and it will tell you a lot of what I've already said. But my 10 minutes in the glow of this great event today is to talk about trees as stormwater infrastructure. I don't know if you know this, but DeKalb County and the city of Atlanta and a lot of other cities throughout this country have a really bad stormwater problem. And that's primarily due to development. It's just a reality. And development is going to happen. But one of my projects on the South River, as it relates to actually restoring the South River, because that is our charge, is to spread the word, work with DeKalb County, work with the city of Atlanta, about using the infrastructure, the tree infrastructure that we have, as a way of improving water quality, as a way of reducing stormwater runoff that not only affects the environment, and not only affects the South River, it affects folks downstream, it affects folks in the next neighborhood, because we all live downstream. And water is going to flow downstream. It might flow north, but it's still flowing downstream. Stormwater is very disruptive. It's very, it carries a lot of pollutants, and a number of folks have talked about that today. You can't, a lot of it is not treated at the wastewater treatment plant. As a matter of fact, stormwater is not. The kind of treatment it gets is the treatment that we have to give it. I mean, we don't allow the tree infrastructure to help clean the stormwater. It's going to take downstream whatever it picks up along the way. And usually that's a lot of pollution. I met Aviva at a talk that I gave in the city of Decatur about their tree ordinance. I don't know how many of you know that, but Decatur is redoing their tree ordinance, at least they're trying. City of Atlanta is doing the same thing. Interestingly enough, nobody's thinking about retaining trees on development sites as a way to improve stormwater. Just in terms of the quality of it, in terms of the amount of it, and to lessen the impact as it flows from these development sites into, neighbors' backyards or downstream somewhere. Yeah. You mean, there's no doubt about it. And so I'm working with the folks in the city of Atlanta, the council folks, and I assume a lot of you work in DeKalb County as well. But I think what needs to happen, there's no real connection with, politicians, council folk, folks that represent you, do not make the connection between how simple it could be to address stormwater. It's all about development. And the fact of the matter is that developers are passing on to everybody in this room that pays any kind of taxes or impacted by stormwater in any way, and we all are, they're passing that cost on to you, when actually it's a cost that they should be addressing as they develop. And the encouragement would be to retain trees in some way on sites rather than clear cutting them. I mean, the primary way that developers deal with development in this area is to clear cut everything. It's easier to put in sewer infrastructure, it's easier to put in water infrastructure, but they rarely do what's needed to keep the stormwater that they are really creating on their site. And that's what they should be doing. When you look at the benefits of trees in terms of stormwater, the leaves on trees slows erosion because it slows down the raindrops. The tree limbs absorb water, so they keep it from hitting the ground. The root system acts as a sponge and holds stormwater back for hours while it slowly trickles through to the stream or even to the stormwater infrastructure. So I mean, there are just numerous benefits that our political leaders are missing because they are so enamored with development. And I'm not anti-development. I'm just saying, if you're a developer and you're making money from your development and you're causing this problem, you should deal with your problem. That's right. You've got to make this sustainable. You should not be passing it on to everyone else, folks downstream, and just totally destroying rivers and streams and polluting the quality of life of folks who could live as close as next door to you. And there's a very easy way to figure out how much stormwater is created by raindrops. If you want to find out how interesting that is, just go to USGS .org, and they have a rainfall calculator. And you can put in the size of the lot and the rainfall and amount, and it will tell you how many gallons of rainfall are created. For instance, on a quarter-acre lot with an inch of rain, you created 6,789 gallons of rain. And when that hits an impervious surface, it all becomes fast-moving stormwater runoff. And it tears through. Believe me, we did a canoe kayak outing on the South River about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I don't know if the last big rain we had was April 19th. And the number of trees, the scouring was just along the river was unbelievable. There were at least 6 trees that we were down across the river, huge trees piled up like matchsticks. And this is a small river, And, we just have to do better. We just really have to do better. So I would encourage you, and I ended my talk by saying, the interesting thing is that I tell folks, you talk with the folks in watershed management. And they kind of listen and, you know, go back and do what they're going to do. But the developer talks to the mayor. And so who do you think is going to get listened to? So, you know, I tell folks, a lot of times when you're trying to change problems, you're talking to the wrong folk. You need to talk to folk who make the decision. So I'm encouraging folks in Atlanta, I'm encouraging folks in DeKalb County, you know, talk to the CEO, you know, talk with the mayor of the city of Decatur if you want to get something done about the stormwater issue, because believe me, that's who the developers are talking to. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question? So, thank you for coming out and sharing that information with us. So you came to us, and we're not.
You're not prepared with what to do with all of that rain, the rain that we get. And I went simply because it was an opportunity. When she was saying, it was talking about the rain, the water, the impact of the increased rainwater on Pool Creek. You know, it's like, oh, what are we going to do about this? We need to raise the bridge. I mean, all of these multi-million-dollar solutions to just the increase in rainfall. And I said, well, number one, you aren't going to get the money to pay for repairing this bridge or removing it and raising it. So we need to start with some things that, and she did get it once she saw it. We need to start with some things that we can actually do pretty quickly and have an impact. And that is look upstream to see where you have discharges into this creek that may not meet code, and that can a business that can hold water back on their site as opposed to putting it in Pool Creek. You know, remove the debris downstream. So there are a number of things that you can do that are far short of talking about building a multi-million-dollar bridge, and they will work. You know, you can do these things, and nature will help you. I tell folks, nature is resilient. It will fix itself if you just stop doing what you're doing that's destroying it and give it a little help. And she got it. I mean, I think that was a teachable moment, and I think that's what we have to do. But I'm in terms of talking with politicians, I'm not saying that the folks who do the day-to-day work cannot help, but they are not the ones who usually make the decisions, and that's what you need.
Thank you.
Yay! Let's give her another big hand for not only doing all the incredible work that she's doing, networking with people and getting up and talking. I'm so impressed by you and, you know, how effective you are with your words and just clear. And I really believe that with you and a lot of other people in here, that change is so upon us for our city. It's really exciting. And let us know if there's any way we can help you, you know, because you took your time and you came out here today, and it's very generous, and we're just all so honored. So, yeah, thank you.